Melbourne Food and Wine Festival came to us and asked us to help them develop, I guess, the centrepiece of the festival, which is a place where we can educate the public about where our coffee comes from.
So this year we're actually celebrating Earth, and the Urban Coffee Farm is really a very visual way to celebrate that theme. We'll be talking about how to grow it, make it, eat it, and this is really about the coffee story, from growing the coffee beans to roasting and to brewing, and we hope this is going to be a space where Melburnians and visitors can come together to share over a coffee.
So the idea was like to create like a pavilion that can be the jungle.
It's a coffee farm in the centre of Melbourne. It's a place where the public can learn about coffee in a place that you wouldn't ordinarily see anything to do with where the coffee actually comes from.
In the original discussions about the concept, and we developed the idea of utilising the coffee farms and landscape of Guatemala, the stairs, which are red, we've discussed turning into the green stair, in transforming that into the strata and levels of the Guatemalan coffee fields. So I think that's really going to be quite a striking element that's going to rise out of the area and be a central feature of the whole Melbourne Food and Wine Festival.
Bringing people from the urban jungle into sort of our jungle, and then hopefully finding that coffee clearing and learning a little bit about where their morning coffee comes from.
It's about understanding where coffee comes from, and I guess it's also about understanding the other side of the story, about how the coffee has been grown, the people behind that part of the story.
Thinking about how we can represent these mysterious and exotic places, and also all the logistics and the infrastructure that's necessary for the coffee to get to us.
We've used a really kind of raw palette of shipping containers and shipping pallets as our base materials. That gave us a lot of flexibility with the kind of modular elements.
And it's one of the premises of the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival, and this theme about earth and sort of traceability, isn't it? That
yes, definitely.
Here we are lining the Yarra with cafes and experiencing coffee.
The Queensbridge Square, where the site for the pavilion will be, has a foot traffic of 50,000 people passing through there a day, and you wouldn't see that if you went through that space. And how we engage with that level of activation, not only from an events point of view, but from a design point of view, where you start to look at how people move through a space, the first perceptions of an object within a space, how this object can mark an event from a distance.
I think that's the beauty of these projects, is there's always quite a lot of creative freedom, and we're really encouraged to get all our crazy ideas out of our head and put it on paper, and no one's going to laugh and say that's not going to work, because these projects are kind of about having fun at the end of the day as well.
Melbourne Food and Wine Festival have been a fun bunch to work with.
Good mix of people. It's good dialogue over the ideas.
We think Melburnians will absolutely embrace this special place for the period of the festival, and it'll be a welcome place for visitors to Melbourne during that time.
It's really exciting to work on a project that my parents will recognise, because they're always like, what the hell is landscape architecture? They know the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival, and they know these juice restaurants, and they'll see this and hopefully they'll understand a little bit more about what I do.